Once upon a time, a young teacher called her pupils and said, I want you to do a very good experiment with me. Are you ready? They all put their hands up and say, yes, miss, we are ready. So, okay, first thing to do is make a list of all the people you really don't like, you hate. You don't have to show it to me. Just make this list. I'll give you 10 minutes. Put as many names as possible that come to mind. So 10 minutes later, the list was ready from all the students. Some had 3 names, some had 10 names, some had 15 names, some had 25 names and more, believe it or not. So she says, all right, now the next thing you do is when you leave school, go to the market and buy tomatoes, or tomatoes, however you pronounce it in your countries. However many that you've got on the list. So if you've got 5 people you hate, get 5 tomatoes. You've got 25 people you hate, get 25 tomatoes. And put them in a little plastic bag and tie them and bring them to school tomorrow. Students showed up. Next day, yes, there was. Some students had just 1 tomato and some had as many as 30, believe it or not. So she says, great. You have truly made me proud. Wonderful. Now, the next part of our experiment. Are you guys ready? Are you excited? And they said, yes, miss, tell us about it. We're very excited. She says, all right, now, I want you to carry this bag of tomatoes for 1 whole week, for every waking hour. Even if you're in the shower, carry the bag. Only put it down when you're fast asleep, when you're ready to go to bed, when you're fast asleep. So they did that. Every day they'd come back to school with that bag of tomatoes. And as the days went by, the tomatoes became ripe, overripe, then rotten. And the students got even more and more disgusted. But yet they had to carry. At the end of the week, yes, all the tomatoes were rotten. And the teacher asked them, she says, all right, you can keep them down now. Now stand up one by one and talk about your experience. And basically it all went a bit like this. Yes, carrying that was a headache. It somehow became heavier and heavier with every passing day. And the smell, oh, no matter what we did. So, okay, all right, fine. So it became heavier. The smell was there because it became rotten. What else? Oh, it ruined our mood. The moment we woke up, we thought about that sack which was right next to us, and it totally ruined our mood. All right, ruined the mood. What else happened? We couldn't focus on our homework. Okay, what else happened? We couldn't eat. Anything else? Yes, teacher. We couldn't even sleep properly. So in short, this bag of tomatoes that you were carrying, representing the people you hate, totally ruined your life. Yes or no? Yes. Did you do anything for the people you hate? No. These rotten tomatoes stayed with us. They destroyed our lives. She then said, all right, now you're intelligent students. Tell me, what did you learn from this? And then the students said, our hatred is eating away at our own happiness, at our own lives, not allowing us to progress. Now I ask you, how are memories that you are carrying of all the people who may have offended you from the time you were born, as far back as you can recall, this hatred that you're carrying all these years is forming this rot, filling your mind, your heart, your body with this stench to such a point that you don't even realize it because it's become part and parcel of your life now. Is it not ruining your life? Is it not forming impediments to progress? Think about it. This is what happens in the corporate life, because I see students who come to my workshops, or when I'm counseling very senior students. They come first with the problem. And I said, okay, well, can we keep the problem here on the table at the side for a moment, just a little while. Now, how was your day? How was your week? What are the things that irritate you? Where do you find your mind mostly? Oh, it's always in the past. I can't think about this person, without getting angry. See, these are your rotten tomatoes. So sometimes there are two problems now when you deal with these things. Number one is they don't realize that they have these problems. And number two, now this is where it gets very dangerous. They don't know how to put those problems down. And this is the role, this is the niche that someone like me fills. Because they can't possibly share this with their employers or their seniors. So they need someone else who's going to be almost like a priest in a confessional, where whatever they share with me is sacred. I'll never tell anyone. So, this is the important thing. This is how we learn to put these bags down. Not because there are impediments to progress. Not because these very rotten tomatoes are causing this treadmill syndrome. Running, achieving, but not getting as far as you could if only you put those bags down. And that's what I show you. So keep this in mind. As you go through your professional life, ask yourself, what is the cost you are really paying for carrying around these rotten tomatoes?